Hello there, this is DBT, and this Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today we're going to be looking at the TLEs, the time-limited events available in the game, but more specifically, we're going to pay attention to the... I don't know how to pronounce it, it's a French word, Bastille? Bastille? The Bastille Day, or Bastille Rush Cup, that's what it's called. And that is basically a French-related time-limited event, and that is why I have a Bugatti up here, just so that we can look at a French vehicle, which is kind of French. I'll talk about it later. But anyway, so let's have a look at what I'm talking about over here. If we go real quick here to the event, you'll notice there's obviously a bunch of events, and in fact, I've already done my runs on them, but I wanted to show you another attempt. This one in particular, the Bastille Rush Cup, it's one that I actually mentioned just yesterday in my YouTube channel in the community section. I made a post showing a little bit of information in regards to this event. Now, we didn't know what the rewards were going to be, and we'll talk about that in a second, but you can see that I'm already at 5%, and if we look at it, I did a run of, what is that? 111,576 with my Bugatti Bolide. Well, not mine, it's a borrowed one, I don't own the car, but fortunately this event actually has free tries of French cars. You can see over here, for example, skipping a little bit the Bugattis, there's the Peugeot, Renault, more Peugeot, and then the Bugattis. So obviously, there's absolutely no reason for you to be using Class D cars at all, not even Class B, not even Class A. You just focus on using Class S. And from here, well, still just use the best ones. The best cars to choose from would be probably the Chiron 300 Plus. And I did my first attempt with the Bugatti Bolide because I absolutely love the look of this car. I really, really like the look of this car. And I actually hate the look of the 300 Plus. So that's why I've never been too interested in this car. But just for the sake of trying, I'm going to use this car in one attempt. I'm only going to do literally one single attempt and see if I can improve my time that I did with the Bolide. It should be the case because it accelerates better and it has better nitro duration. But let's give it a shot and we'll talk about what this event means. Now, I'm not a very cultured person, alright? So I'm not gonna pretend that I really know what the Bastille Day is about. All I know is that it's kind of like the National Friends Day. Similar to July 4th for the States being, you know... Oh god, that's terrible already. That's gonna slow me down. Kind of like that, you know? The America Day, well, this is the France Day. So... the part that I find curious is the fact that they did not give a free try of the Vision 1789. And I mentioned, oh Jesus Christ, I mentioned that particular brand because that brand is French, and on top of that, the name of that car is precisely related to the Bastille Day. The 1789, it's the year in which, from what I read a little bit, it was something about the dismantling of the Bastille fortress. I really don't know. Again, I'm not cultured on this, I have no idea. But all I know is that happened in 1789, and that is why the Vision 1789 is named that. So it would make sense that that car would be featured here, but for some reason it's not. Oh well. So we have to live with some Peugeots and Renault and Bugatti. It's fine, it's fine. At the end of the day, this is one of the best cars in the entire game, so this is the car that everybody would be using anyway. But I think it was a bit of a missed opportunity to feature the Vision 1789, and I actually did improve my time. I said it was 111,576 and I got 111,213. Yeah, so I shaved off like 350 milliseconds or something. I mean, I was already at 5%, so I'm still gonna stay within 5%, but that's a slightly better 5%, I suppose. All right, here we go. Oh, 4%. Nice, very nice. So the very first thing, it's obviously, like I mentioned, is French cars and all of that. It's good. It's really good that the game continues to give us free tries for some of the events. And I know maybe to some people this is not a big deal, because if you already own a lot of these cars, you're going to be like, well, what difference does it make that it's a free try or not? Well, it makes a difference because for a lot of players, the vast majority of players are not going to have all of these cars. So it's great to try some cars that you don't own, to see them, to hear them, to drive them, you know. It's a good thing. And like I said, for people that have massive garages, this means nothing. But I'm focusing on this thing being a positive, a net positive, towards the players that don't have an amazing garage and they want to see what these amazing cars do and how they drive. I tell you, when I was a new player, having the possibility to play with the Sienna and the Centenario, two cars that I definitely wanted, was insane to, oh my god, they drive so crazy and they're so fast, oh my god, it's insane. Now, that is the good thing about this event. The bad part, and it's not necessarily bad, just a little bit disappointing, it's the rewards. The rewards are nothing too particular. It's just some parts, some wildcards, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I have a lot of gold wildcards already, so that's why this doesn't look necessarily super amazing to me. Maybe for people that don't have as many, this is actually good. To me, it's whatever. But even if you're not necessarily super excited about the rewards, at least I can tell you that these parts, I think the purple ones sell for like, each one for like, what is it, 1200 fusion coins, this for like 1500 fusion coins. So selling 10 of this is already 15,000. That's gonna make it 30,000 if you sell them. So there's a little bit of stuff that you can still get. Obviously you get some of the parts and whatnot. So these are not absolutely terrible rewards, but at the same time I wish they were ever so slightly better. And obviously, I'm not asking for us to have ultimate upgrade at 5% and 25 direct upgrades. No. I think that the best way to balance this out would be to have a few direct upgrades here and there for lower classes. Like, instead of giving 5, because maybe 5, it's like Game Love considered that's too many direct upgrades, and I would kind of agree if these are gonna be given often. Instead of doing 5, do 2 direct upgrades over here for class D, maybe another 2 over here for class C, another 2 for class B, and maybe another 2 for class A. Then if you want that top 1%, give some for class S for the absolute, craziest people. So I think that would be the best way to kind of balance it out in giving good rewards that are not literally gonna devaluate those items, because we don't want them to be common. Obviously, we as players want, but Game Loft, it's in their best interest to not make the best reward super common, because otherwise, then you're killing the main thing that drives people to get resources. So that was the Bastille Rush Cup. I want to talk real quick about the Beat the Time Cup. It's a Beat the Creator Time Cup. That should be the full name of it. First of all, I have a terrible result over here, and that actually ties to the topic that I want to talk about. And let me do one lap on this thing. I'm going to show you what I can do, which is not very much. Let's see if I can improve my time, though I doubt it. So this entire cup, it's a little bit of a weird situation. I don't think anybody's happy with it. The players, I mean, because, well, these times, the objective times, or the milestones, I suppose, milestone times, or whatever you want to call them, these were set up by content creators. And by the way, I am not featured there. I'm not one of the content creators for these stamps, because this whole thing was organized before I was part of the program, so that's why I'm not there. Maybe if it gets done again at some other point, I will show up. Maybe. We'll see. But my point is that oh, I missed that bottle. These stamps were set up by... Oh, god damn it. No, okay, this is gonna be a worse stamp. I always mess up that turn. These stamps were set up by the creators, and it is, I mean, it is pretty clear that some of these creators have really, really good skills. That's why the time is so high. But that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that they should not have good skills. It's great that they have good skills and all that. What I'm saying that is not great is how high the bar was set for people to get the rewards. I am a very mid player. I'm not a great player, I'm not a terrible player, I'm just there in the middle. And even then I still get, well, very much in the middle type of rewards. So over here, yeah, look at that. I only got to this part of the rewards. I cannot even get close. Well, I did mess up my last lap, but I cannot even get close to something like this at all. And like I was saying, obviously there's a bunch of players that really have crazy skills. I've seen people that can beat this time by like 100 or almost 200 milliseconds. It's crazy. So there's obviously insane levels of alien players, but the vast majority, by the fact that alien players can get that good time, well, by definition, they are the best players in the game, so obviously they're gonna get the best time. But that basically excludes everybody else, and suddenly, a very, 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 very small amount of people are gonna be able to get these rewards. So I really don't think this is such a good thing. Again, I understand that some of the creators do have insane skill levels, and that's great. But for an event like this, that it's meant to be kind of community driven, that is meant to be about the community of players versus the content creators, it's not a PP measuring contest, you know. I hope this doesn't come off in the wrong way, but I don't think this event should be about, hey, the creators can set so much better times than anybody else. It should be a realistic time that a lot of people can get to have some fun, to try to beat the time, but, you know, not make it absolutely impossible. So again, I am kind of mixing this whole thing. I mean, no disrespect to the creators that have this crazy level of skill, because holy moly, I wish I was that skill. I am not. But for this type of event where it's kind of the idea is to, you know, have a fun community event, this actually sucks away all of the fun from it, because now a lot of people cannot get to the good reward. So, well, that is that event. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. And there's also the Car Hunt Cup, which don't forget to do it. I mean, it's gonna time out in another 5 days and a half. So you still have time, but you're gonna be able to get 300,000 fusion coins. This is a free try of the car, so that is fantastic. I always try to get to the 5%. So fortunately, I've managed to do it in every single one of them, but sometimes it does get a little bit difficult. But speaking of free try events, I wanted to talk about these two events for the Lycan Hypersport and the Achlani Dracuma. This is being sold in the multiplayer store and this in the Gauntlet store. And they have been doing this every time that there's new cars. They set up these cups. Now, the situation with this is that also the rewards aren't necessarily amazing. You can see that I only managed 30%. I'm gonna try again, but I don't think I'll improve much. But the rewards aren't necessarily amazing. There's some parts and wildcards and all of that, and like I said, they're useful, but they're not insane. And for that reason, I'm not asking for these rewards to be better. No, what I'm focusing my request is instead making these car free tries. Because these events with the cars that you need to, or the ones that are being sold in the multiplayer and gauntlets, or Jesus Christ, that's so loud. These events are not free tries. These are only for people who own the car to get some rewards. And the way I see it is, if this is going to be an event where you do need to have the car, then the reward should be better. Or if it's not going to have insane rewards, then I think it would be good to have a free try, precisely to get some people to see the cars, to listen to it, and be like, oh, you know what? This car drives amazingly. I really, really like it, that type of thing. So I think this event should also be a free try. I'm not asking for this to have better rewards. It's fine to not have amazing rewards, but a free try would be absolutely appreciated, both for people to get a tiny bit of rewards, but also to test out the car and figure out if they like it, and you know, I think that would be a good thing to do overall. Okay, I think this was a better lap than the previous one, so maybe I climbed another 10%. I have no idea, but let's see. Now, one peculiar thing about this car, if you buy it right now in the multiplayer, no, excuse me, on the Gauntlet store, it's, hold on. All right, I did improve it, but not by much. Anyway, what I was saying is that if you get this car in the multiplayer store, you're gonna get it without the decal. The decal seems to be exclusive only to people who got this car through the Halloween festival, like myself. So in case you're curious, this is what the car looks without the decal, and this is what it looks with it. Not too much of a difference, to be completely honest, but hey, it's there. So that is the one thing, you're not gonna get this decal, so your car will look plain black, which again, it still looks pretty cool, but hey, I would be even happier if this thing had color options, but oh well. Now let's do a little bit of multiplayer to talk about something somewhat related to all this. So I jumped into classic multiplayer with a car that actually I barely ever drive. Normally, I was thinking of driving the Vision GT, the Bugatti Vision GT, but I brought a different Bugatti while we talk about French stuff. And speaking of French stuff, the key phrase for today is gonna be Bugatti is an Italian, French, German, Croatian brand by now. That's the key phrase. Now, if you're wondering why I say that, well, okay, let's break it down for a second. The brand technically is French, right? Bugatti is French. However, the founder, it's actually of Italian origin. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ettore Bugatti, it was originally an Italian person. Then he moved to France with his family, and that's why the company as a whole is considered to be a French one. But why do I say that it's German? Well, because Bugatti is owned by now by the Volkswagen Group. Then why do I say it's Croatian? Because Bugatti also just joined with Rimac, and I wrecked again. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to drive this car. They joined with Rimac, and Rimac, it's Rimac. That's how you pronounce it, Rimac. That's Croatian. So yeah, it's a four nationality brand. Italian because of the founder, French because of the location, German because of who purchased it, and Croatian because of the merge. So there you go. All right, this race went absolutely terrible. Let's give it another shot. Oh, he got a red X. That's what you get for driving a Faraday. All right. Oh, look at that. There's Mandrake. What's up, Mandrake? So another thing that I wanted to mention real quick, it's like I mentioned, just recently passed the 4th of July, right? So we did our Friday Vroom Multiplayer to be based around that, and last week, the last Friday, we did American-only cars. And tomorrow, by the time I'm recording and I'm releasing this video, by tomorrow, Friday, we're gonna be doing the next Friday Vroom Multiplayer, and we're gonna do French cars because of this whole same thing of the Bastille, because it actually lands on the exact date on July 14th. So we're gonna do French cars. I have to figure out which brands we're gonna be which brackets, because there's not a ton of French cars in a lot of brackets, and not everybody's gonna have them, but hey, we'll see what we can do. But if you're interested in joining our Friday Vroom Multiplayer session in which we play with the community, you can join my Discord server, link is in the description. That's where we organize. We do the countdowns and all of that. The House of Rooms is my Discord server. Everybody's welcome over there. Just keep in mind, please read the rules, because we expect a level of civility over there. So there is that. But yeah, you can join, and that's how we organize and all of that. And people from the Vroomy team, the flag bearers, people who have the Vrooms in their name in-game, get a special role over there. So there is that, in case you want to join. And I don't know why I went on this route. I felt like I'm playing Asphalt 9, because this is the best route in Asphalt 9. But oh well. Second place, not too bad considering that I barely know how to drive this car. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire, which means the black car. Very peculiar looking car, nice, good looking. It's dark though, I don't love it. I would prefer it had a bright color. Oh well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, you know what to do, hit the like button. Also check these other videos that YouTube is pretty sure that you're gonna like. I made them, so they're probably very good. But that's all, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.